I got 10 grandkids, so this year, whew, this time of the year is something else. But, you know, that's who you do it for, right? I know that's who I do it for. Man. So what's happening? You know I be Brother Rock Minds, hashtag talkheavy. You know, this is something, man. I know y'all saw that video last night. That was crazy, right? My customers is crazy. But you know, it is what it is. I meet all kind of people, man. It's something. You know. See, I like being on the road. You know, everything else is behind me. Only thing that I'm looking at is what's in front of me. You know what I mean? You know. My view is blocked. The back view is blocked because I'm looking forward. And that's the progression of my life. The past is the past. I know we learn from the past, but why we keep dwelling on it? If I dwelled on my past, I wouldn't be where I am or be in a position to move forward if I keep thinking of the past. You know? See, I'm a forward thinker. You know, I look at the present, I evaluate it, and I set in motion plans that can better the future. You know, I used to be a backwards thinker. You know, the sign of insanity is when you potentially keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's the sign of insanity. So, in retrospect, I was fucking insane. Pardon me, but yeah. Because I kept expecting a different result, but keep continuously doing the same damn things. Yeah. Being a forward thinker. Let me tell y'all something. You know, I know y'all, you know, everybody knows, you know, my attribute is Brother Minister Rock Mind Jihad Muhammad. I am a student follower of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's no secret. The foundation that I stand upon is the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's the foundation that I stand on. Do I exert it? No. Do I try to portray it upon others? No. What's up? Hey, good brother, man. What's up? What's going on, good brother? Talk heavy. But I stand on these principles that he laid in his teachings. You know, one of the principles that drive me is the fruit lesson. Fruit is best. He is constantly training to condition himself to meet and overcome all obstacles in his path. His sole purpose is to deliver the 17 million dead to the Lamb of God. Now, those are my truths. Those are my principles, what I stand upon. Those are the tenets that I construct what I do in life and how I be in life and how I be to others in life. So that builds me a character. So my character is, as they say, fruit-like. Yeah, that's me. But I don't exert my beliefs on anybody. I tries to get an understanding of your belief, you know, because there's wisdom in it. You know, when you learn of another theology, when you learn of another school of thought, it puts your principles into perspective. Because whether you believe it or not, whatever it is that entered to your brains is there. You know, how you project it, that's up to you. But whatever entered to your brain is there. You can't get rid of it. And so when someone comes with a different theology or a different methodology or a different understanding on any levels, it goes in and you ingest it. Now, as a thinking man, as a man of principles, as a man of belief, I have to respect other people's belief systems. As a man, I have to respect other people, other men, other women, you know. But on the principles of theology and belief system, I have to respect other people's schools of thoughts. And I believe that I've learned a great deal from everyone who has ever talked with in those realms. And that's the key. That's what makes me whole. See, we all think that we have this golden goose. We have this knowledge, and this knowledge is the perfect knowledge, and it's the knowledge that beats everybody else's knowledge, or this the wisdom that surpasses all other wisdoms. You know, the same parables, the same teachings, the same school of thought that was ingested into you, the way how it's ingested to you, by whom it was ingested to you by or from, that differs. But the principles is the same. Can't deny it. Everybody have the same set of principles. Why? Because those are the principles of life. Now, when you get into the other realms of the ideology, of the thinking, the mindset, those are different. That's where they're different at. But for one common cause of us all, we all stand on the same principles, man. We all stand on the same principles, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Catholic, Palestinian, whatever you are, whatever. It's a lot. We all go by the same principles, man. We all go by basically the same standard of living, which is belief in God and understanding that what you do will be the direct result from your actions in the past or what you have read. This have nothing to do with your theology. You have nothing to do with your belief system. It's on you. People have I say we, not people, but we have a weird way of thinking when it comes to theology, when it comes to religion. You know, we all think that what we have is the right thing. But in actual reality, we don't know. We don't know. We have no guaranteed proof. We don't. No one has guaranteed proof. But one thing that I know is that we are here together. One thing that I know is that we breathe the same air. We all walk the same soil, no matter what part of the world you're in. We all are invested in one another, whether you want to think so or not. We all are invested in one another, man. We all have a common understanding of the pursuit of happiness, to find love, to enjoy life. A lot of us take different routes to get to the point, but we all have that destination. So we have a commonality. We all are the same. You know, how is it that we are the same? Well, the wonderful originator of the heavens and the earth created. We are a created being. White, black, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, it don't matter. We are created beings. We come from the same source. Through time, different textures and hues and cultures, and because the world is expansive, so we move around and we gather up other information, but we all are the same. Why is it that we think that we are different or better than anybody else? Just because I follow the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'm no different than a Christian or Muslim or Orthodox Muslim or whatever. I'm no different. I'm a man. I'm a man who submits himself to God. What do you think Christians are? They submit themselves to God. Whether they call it Jesus Christ, whether we call it Allah, whatever, Jehovah, still the same thing, man. Those are the principles and practices that you choose to guide you to Him. But no matter what persuasion you go, you're still, the ultimate result is you want to get to Him. You want to get closer to your Creator. You want to know what it is that you're about, the reason for your existence. Why are we here? We all searching the same type of information, you know. But I know that me, the way how I come up, the way how I live, I know that in a lot of ways, my life has been a detriment to others. Just got to be honest. My life has been a detriment to others because what I did was I just accepted the fact that there was no other options. And I picked up a pack and I sold drugs, and I picked up a gun and I ultimately made that decision. So I have no one else to blame but myself. just like you. We think that we gonna lay blame on others, like, it's my mother, she ain't raised me right, or it's, my community is just so poor, or whatever it is, man. Get out of here, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Y'all got what we never had. Y'all got instant access. The reason why I'm doing this right now, is because of the access that y'all are granted with. We didn't come up that way. We wasn't granted those type of accesses. They wasn't even invented yet. I was born in 1971, September 11th, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Episcopal Hospital. And that's my story. Everybody else has their own story of where they come from, man. But we all come from the same source. Once we start understanding and believing that, man, then I believe that, we can be better at communicating. Because we start to respect each other's position and start to respect one another as men or women, whatever, as individuals. We respect the individual. Your practices and your belief system has nothing to do with it. The individual, that's who you are, your character. But your practices and your belief system, that is a culture aspect. So that's who you culturally are with. But as a man, as a woman, as a person, your thinking, your understanding of life, I used to think that that life cheated me. Yeah. Because of how bad I grew up. I used to think that that the reason why I'm in the predicament that I was in was because that there is no hope for us in the hood. That's what I used to think. Crazy, ain't it? But it's a reality that a lot of us think about. Truth be told, I went to jail in 90. I came home in 09. Truth be told, if you're still in the same financial position that you were with in 1990, in 2009, I'm sorry, but you're in the way of your own self. Not that you're in the way of anything else, because you're living, you're a part of life, but in reality, you're in the way of your own self, in your own evolution. See, why is it that we so afraid? Everything that we do it out of fear. Do it out of fear. Even in the worship of God. When you worshiping God, you worship Him in fear. So I think because of that, we all envision that our life is supposed to be in submission and in fear. That was my thoughts of the past. That's why I said I was crazy, because of those thoughts, my actions dictated them. When my actions dictated my thoughts, it was backwards. My thoughts supposed to dictate the action. I was backwards, man. I did things backwards. I didn't really find out until I went to the penitentiary. Hey, Miss Jiggy. Your birthday, happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. Hold up, this is Miss Alma, former client of mine, good friend. How you doing? Happy birthday, Miss Alma Jiggy. Everybody, she's on my friends list. Say happy birthday to Alma for me. Miss you, man. It's been a while, but thank you for listening. Now back to what I was saying. I have a question. The question I have is, what is it about you that you love the most? Have you asked that question? Have you thought about that question? I know a lot of times we get to doing a whole lot of other different things, kids, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. We get to doing a whole lot of work, whatever. We get to doing a whole lot of things, but we never really ask ourselves, what is it that we truly, truly love doing? By you, welcome, man. I ask myself that. And I'm not, well, everybody know, I'm not good with like handiwork, or I'm not good and I don't cook, you know. I ain't a fixer-upper kind of guy. I would do it, but I ain't that guy. I'm a thinker, I'm a formulator, and I'm a planner. And my objective is to carry it into practice. Practical application. You know, what I really enjoy doing is adding value to others. It's God's honest truth. That's what I truly enjoy doing. It was, even though I was selling drugs, the way how I did it, you know, I took the consumer into consideration, you know. Yeah. Even though I was selling drugs, I took the consumer into consideration of how I treated that person is how I would want to be treated if I was in that position. So I'm always trying to get a certain response from people when they conduct business with me. The certain response that I get is I'm trying to make them happy that they are doing business with. So I just try to do good business. Whether it's an individual, whether it's a company, corporate entity, whatever it is, what I want to do is I want to add value. And I want them to be glad that they're in business with me. And that's what makes me happy. And it's a gift and a curse because a lot of times people take advantage. You know, when you give and you give into a people that never gave or don't have it to reciprocate, then all you're going to get is lopsidedness. You want just to be given and given and people taking and taking until you get to the point where you just self-implode or you explode. You know? So I come to an understanding in life that, you know, the reason why I'm in the position that I am is because of my own doing. So once we understand that, then we have no one else to blame. The blame falls strictly on yourself. Once you accept that, embrace that, accept that, be like, okay, I did that. Now let me change. Let me do something else. Figure out why is it that these results keep happening. Once you figure that out, you'll be so much better off. Your condition is your result. What's the cause? What's the cause? What have you done in life? Who have you helped in life? Honestly, I mean, I'm in the city of Philadelphia. Right now, we got the highest crime rate in the country. Over 520-something murders this year. Over 520-something, probably 530 murders this year. I really stopped counting. Really stopped counting. Because my son was the 498th, 497th murder in this city. So that means over 20-something murders didn't happen after my son was murdered in his own neighborhood. This is why I'm doing this. I had intents on doing something else. I had plans on taking another position. you know, still being independent but having a different position. But when that happened, and then my nephew, the next day at his balloon release, it's just too much. But because we're not accepting the responsibility of we are the reason why our lives is going the way that we're going, and we're going to continue on having 500 and 600 murder rates in Philadelphia and all over across America, man, in every inner city, man. You know, this here, what I'm doing is asking the public, asking my people, I'm asking to help me in this healing. That's what I'm asking. This platform is so that those who are in similar situations, like myself, who have lost loved ones senselessly, and you're trying to make sense of it, if you could, if you're trying to, because you'll never get over it, but if you're just trying to get better and be better and feel better, once you lose a child like that, the feelings that you have it changes. Yeah, it really do. It changes you. You know, this platform is to try to reach out to our youngins and let them hear and let them feel what we're going through. Not to point fingers at them, not to put them as a target, but to help them heal themselves. We all are traumatized. You know? We all are. You never know what other people are going through. You never do. Everybody got a gun. If we don't start to try to do something, we done. Sorry for that. We done. This here society that we living in, you know, everybody is excelling Everybody else is progressing. And us in the cities, us in these streets in North Philly, West Philly, South Philly, everybody else is progressing. Look at how these houses is being built. Look at how beautiful they look. They could have did the same thing for us. But we're not meant. It wasn't meant for us to succeed. We wasn't brought over here to be successful. That creed, the America's creed, white picket fence, the American dream, that wasn't for us. It was never meant for us. We only had nightmares here. So we got to take it upon ourselves we got to understand that we can only progress if we do it together. That's the only way to progress, is that we do it together. That's it. There's no other way. We keep protecting the fucking street that we own nothing on. We keep accepting conditions that we don't even have to. We accepting conditions like this because we thinking individually. If we was thinking in unity and together, we could accomplish everything. Say what you want about the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but let me tell you something. He died in 1975. He died in 1975. He was raised from 1930 to 1933 from Master Fadl Muhammad. Mark praise do for him. That's who tab-leaked it. He tab-leaked us. Say what you want, but there was nobody in 1930 or 1933 from then to 1975 who have accomplished more for his people. I stand on that. Say what you will about him. I stand on that. So, but he preached unity. Unity amongst ourselves. He gave us an understanding that it is through you that the life's coming attraction is exerted from. It's through you. Because it's your life. If you put in the work, you receive the reward. We put in the work, we receive the reward. Right now, everything is just haywire. It's like living lawlessly out there. I think last night they just shot a cop. And they say, oh, he's a cop killer. To be honest with you, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. You don't know what's going on in anybody's life but your own. We so much worried about somebody else, man. Need to be focused on our own. Need to be focused on what it is that you want to do to progress in life. Because we wasn't meant to squatter, and we wasn't meant to be hungry. We wasn't meant to be without. This is not our destiny. This is not why we were created. Each of us extends life longer. Each of us. Each of us expresses the reality of the Creator. Each of us. How are you expressing them? That's the question. What is it that you're doing? Let's start taking some fucking responsibility. You know, we always point the finger. We always blame every fucking body else. We always saying that, oh, it's because of that. And set the responsibility within your own self, man, your own actions. Ain't nobody tell you to do anything. I don't blame nobody for my years I spent in the penitentiary because I did that. I made those decisions. I owned up to that. I didn't tell on no fucking body. I didn't come outside myself. It's intent in your decision. When you're making a decision, that's an intent. You intended to do this, and you intended to reach that. That's an intent. You made that decision. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all don't even know what y'all doing. Man. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a day. It's going to be a day when you really going to wake up. I had that day. I know what it feels like. It's going to be a day after you done everything that you did, after you done whatever, how many people you done shot or killed or whatever you done did, it's going to come a day when you're going to get woke up out your sleep. The pain you're going to feel. The pain you're going to be feel is like somebody stabbing you in your fucking eye 1,000 times. The anguish. That moment. It's going to leave you breathless. At that moment, all you can do is call on your Creator. Call on your Creator to stop the pain. You know what that pain is? That pain is the reality of all you've done to all the people you've done it to. that's when that ultimate decision is going to be made. Because there are some people that didn't make the right decision, then imploded, killed themselves, went other persuasions. It's a lot of people that when that decision time came, and it don't come right away. It don't come when you first get locked up. Nah, it don't come when you're going through trial. Nah. It don't come through when you at sentencing. Nah. It come to you at that moment after your trial is over, after your sentence is over, when you've been sentenced, and when you land in the cell, in the bunk, and those letters stop coming, and those visits stop coming. I'm telling you, at that moment, you've never been alone in your life like that. And you never was in so much pain at that moment. Let me tell you something. When that moment comes, you got a decision to make. And that's the decision that ultimately would affect the outcome of your life from that moment on. I just hope you make the right decision to change for the better. Because at that moment of clarity, a lot of people was found the next morning hanging themselves in the cell with their wrists slit. Because all that you've done, all the pain that you've caused, all the harm that you caused. And it's crazy because at that moment when you was causing those harm and those pains, when you was causing it, you was feeling good about it. Yeah. The shooters, yeah. And that tool in your hand and it's banging and you feeling that pressure in your shoulder. Yeah. You feel good about that. You felt real fucking good when you shot my son in the head. Yeah. Like I said, it's going to come a time in that moment of clarity. I just hope you make the right decision. And I hope you change for the better. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this little opportunity, man, to release. Like I said, this platform is for us to release together. I don't have many followers, I don't have a lot of that, but what I do have is I have sincerity. I have honesty. Yeah. That's what this platform is about. It's about opening up. It's about healing. And I appreciate y'all because y'all helping me heal, man. I need to get this out. And I know it's a lot of you out there that need to get this out too. That's what hashtag Talk Heavy is about. You know, if you don't get it out, it's going to drive you crazy. It is. Because if you don't get it out, you don't try to heal, what you want to do is you want to implode. And when you implode, it's only a matter of time before you explode. So, I'm showing out my vulnerabilities. It is what the fuck it is. But I know that this platform is for you, man. I know there's a lot of you out there. I'm telling you, you gotta get it out. Yeah. It's hashtag Talk Heavy, man. I'm Brother Rock, man. I love y'all, man.